Hello, welcome to Allied BPS. In today's video, let's make this awesome dashboard. So we start by loading our data by importing data from Excel, then load. Here we have all our data. Spend some time to understand the data that you're dealing with. The data is fine, it's clean, so let's click close and apply. So the first thing I'm going to do is to create a new table for our date, and this is, then let's link our date together with our data. Look for date, then with other table, this will be one to many. Close and apply. Then let's start by entering a table for our metrics. We call this metrics and click load. Let's click new measure. The first measure will be total sales. Then we'll create a new measure, and this is going to be total units sold. And a new measure, and this will be unique order count. This is distinct count. Then a new measure, and this will be average items per order. Again, a new measure, and this will be average quantity per order. Then a new measure, this is be previous month sales. Then another measure, this will be previous month percentage change. We want to see the percentage change, and I've also included an arrow to say if it's up or down. I want to show an arrow, and I have returned this as a percentage with our formatting. That is what I have done there. Then a new measure, this new measure will be color. So, but I think I'm going to change this in the future. This will be our label. If it is greater than 0, I want you to output this, and if it's not, I want you to output the other color. So let's start by creating our KPIs, and this is total sales. Let's switch this. Let's create a new one. Let's make this previous month sales. So this is showing that we have 6% increase. So let's share previous month in terms of amount. So here, let's make it, let's remove it to be summarized. Let's just make it none to see the total number. And let's make this British pound. This will be 0 decimal. So I'm simply formatting by removing borders, label, and values as well. So I'm going to fast forward, replacing the same process for this. So here, this is unit change label, and what I have done here is to find the change in the units sold. Let's create another one. This will be order unique order label, and here I'm also looking at, so what I've done is to store each of the previous measures we have done into variables to calculate what we needed. Then let's create a new measure. This will be average items label. So this is simply giving us the percentage change, similar to what I have done in the first two. Then lastly, we also going to create another label. This will be average quantity percentage label. So I want this to output the percentage change, and also to use our up and down arrow. Let's click OK. So I'm going to take this and duplicate this, make another copy, and make another copy, then another copy, Control C and Control V to paste, or Control D to duplicate. So I'm simply going to change them. This will be unit change label, and this will be, let's remove this. We're going to format this. Let's remove the title, and let's decrease the font size to be smaller. So this will be unit order label. So repeat the same process for the rest. So let's create a new measure, and this measure is going to be previous period label. So I want this to show whatever we have to be versus previous period, and output is going to output the previous month itself. So let's remove the label, then let's make this 12. Values is going to be 12. Okay, 14. So we're going to reshape. Let's remove label, then make it 12. So I'm going to select everything. I'm going to change them to 22. I think that is fine. Let's remove the label. So here I'm creating a filter, and this is be our monthly filter. Let's make this drop down, make it smaller, and let's take it up. Let's duplicate. I'm going to make this year. So let's create a line chart. This is total and date. I'm selecting the order because I simply want to I want to be able to drill down to month. So select your date and select your total sales. So I'm able to drill down from year down to month, then down to day. So let's create a new measure, and this measure is going to be our category. Instead, this should be a new column. Let's create a new column, and let's call this other category. So what we have done is to format, then use other time column. So here we're going to bring in the total sales and bring in the hour. So we want to see our category, which is in the column that we calculated. We are simply looking at the sales we made by hour. So this shows that the busiest hour is between 12 p.m. So here is pizza category by pizza sales by category. And again, let's go further to look at pizza size. So we have pizza size, pizza sales by size. Which size is the highest selling size? And again, let's switch this and make this total sales by, let's say, category. Let's make this a bar chart or column chart. So Control C, Control B to copy and duplicate, and we change this to day classification by total sales. So do we have more sales over the weekend or during the week? I will switch this. Let's just make it by name. So this is showing us day of the week. Is it Monday or Tuesday that we have the highest sales? Then we can use pie chart to see the weekend sales and total sales. So we have more sales over weekdays than the weekend. So this is evidenced by the totals. We have higher sales on Monday. Probably because we have more days during the week than during the weekend. So let's create this new measure, and this will be the busiest day. I'm trying to calculate when is the busiest day for our label. So the busiest day, we're going to find out per period. So this is the DAX. Please pause and copy this DAX function. I'm trying to make the video short, so I'm not going deep into explaining the DAX functions. So let's lower this, and let's make this the busiest day. Right now is Sunday, and we made a total sales of 10 million pounds. Was that 10 million pounds? So another category, another measure, and this is best category label. We want to know the category that is giving us the highest sales. This is purely based on the sales. So the busiest day is Sunday throughout all our data that we have, because we made the highest sales. And the best category, let's simply take a best category, and let's remove this label. The value, let's make it 12, and the best category is classic. Let's make a new measure, and this measure will be best-selling product. So this is best-selling label. Simply means the best-selling product. So we're looking at the top product, and let's click OK. Let's minimize this. Let's copy this, copy and paste. Control C and Control V. Let's change this to best product. So this is our best seller, and let's remove the label, make this 12. So this, let's see if we can add some space here. Let's remove this. We don't want the percentage to be in brackets. And let's come down to after formatting. Let's come down to the front of units. So here I'm just going to put a divide. In front of units, I'm going to remove the bracket. I've added a line to differentiate them, but I've not removed the brackets. Let's go back to the measure. Then in front of the unit, yeah, this one, let's remove the bracket. And this is okay. So our dashboard is almost ready. So yeah, that's great. Let's bring in our background that we're going to use. This is our background. Let's reduce the transparency to 0. Yeah. So let's go to insert. Let's bring in some shapes. So double click on this. Let's remove the fill. Border of fill to be white. Let's make this 4. I'm just resizing. Let's make this 10 and transparency to be at 9%. Fill still white, transparency is 9%. I made a smaller one and put it there, then made a bigger one. So I want us to increase the canvas. Let's go to canvas and make this custom, and this is going to be 780. So we can have something bigger. Then I made additional. Let's go back to let's make this fill for our background, and let's make this stretch. So we're going to cut everything we have in page 1 and paste it in page 2. Okay. I don't want it to copy, simply cut. Ctrl X to cut and Ctrl V to paste. So here we're simply going to rearrange everything. Let's bring in our logo. Let's make this white, bold, and pure white. We have the percentage change both in number and the other one. Let's make this one white as well. So I'm simply going to drag all this down and resize them. Ctrl Z to undo, just in case if you're making mistakes. So yeah, let's make this, let's remove this as well. Let's turn off the vertical lines. Label, let's make label on. Exit, turn on the value. We don't need the value anymore. Background color gone. Let's look at this. Let's make this color somewhere. This color. I'm using a color that rhyme with our pieces. Let's format this painting and paste it here. So let's make this color green. Maybe this. Then let's copy and paste this. Let's copy this from our painting, from our painter, and copy paint this as well. Do the same. Column. Let's make this column this color. Let's make this green. So the colors are uniformly spread. Legend of. Let's make it center. Title. Title level off. Let's make this. Not all the page should be on, but let's remove the title first. Then we take leader level on and put it inside. Let's make it 0 decimal. Let's select each of the category and change the color to our desired color. Supreme will be orange. Chicken, let's make it this color. Let's make it red. And the last color will be this. Okay, so we brought in our icon to represent best seller, which is the product category. So the last bit, let's work on the bookmark. Go to your view, go to bookmarks, or go to your plus on your right hand side and activate your bookmarks. So what we are going to do with these bookmarks, we're going to click on the line chart on our trend, then we're going to add bookmark. So we're going to drill down to month, that's quarter to quarter, and this will be bookmark for quarter. We're going to drill down again to month and we're going to bookmark that. Then to day, we're going to bookmark that as well. Now the next thing we're going to do is to rename our bookmark. Let's make it just selected visuals alone, not affected all the visual, just the selected one. So this is just selected visual. Make sure you select that option. Then let's rename. This will be for year. Let's use Y to represent this. And the second one before quarter, month, and day. Now we go to our insert navigation. That will be bookmark navigation. So that is that. Let's resize this. Let's make this smaller. And let's do some formatting. Go to style. Let's make this. Let's go to border off, shadow on. We need shadow. Let's go to padding. Let's make the padding to be 0. Let's make it smaller. and a bit bigger. I think this is nice as well. Let's drag it to the middle. Then let's click. For you to click, let's do rectangular, rounded rectangular, and let's make this maybe 15, 18, 20. I think 20 is okay. Let's bring it up and resize. Okay, that's okay. Now let's go to our dates. So on the year, click on the year, then make this don't summarized. On the number, we're going to make month number not summarized. However, we need to sort just on those numbers that we have. We're going to make all of them don't summarize. Click on the month name and let's look for sort by. We're going to sort by the month number, so we can have from January to December. Let's click and go back and find. Say if you check our slicer, so we have from January to December. So when we over the text, we want it to be orange color. Then when we select the text, I want it to be green. This is our light green. So let's over it to be orange. When we click, it's going to be okay. For you to click, you have to press down Control on your keyboard. Then you press any of that you want. So on the last bit, let's create for our label. Let's create color for our label. So this is sales change color. Then we're going to create for previous month as well. So for us to implement this, let's go to our FX. For fit value, for metrics, we are looking for the color for the previous month sales, and that will change to the green. Then again, you simply look for the visual border, then we change to fit value, then click on the metrics, look for the same color and click on change sales change color. So we do the same for the rest. Simply look for the background color to change. So we're creating the unit change color here as well. This is the unit change color. Then I'm going to create for the unique order color as well, that we're going to use as background. And this is the any item label color, and we are using this as background for the change. And we are going to do the same for the average quantity label color as well. So simply implement the way we have implemented for the sales value. So this is our nice dashboard, and this is 100% dynamic. This is nice. This is how far we have come. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Oh, finally.